No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to more Ignorance in Basketball. Now, wow, that was embarrassing. I almost felt sad to live in Los Angeles when I watched what we just watched. I don't, though, because I don't like the Lakers. I don't like any other team that's not my team, which is the Phoenix Suns, and it makes me happy to see them fail. It's a sick part of me, but it does exist because look, guys, I was told that the Lakers were going to win it all this year, or at least they were going to make it to the finals and probably lose to the Nets, but I was told the Lakers were going to be the best in the West. I was told constantly that the only reason the Suns won last year was because Anthony Davis got hurt, even though Chris Paul had one arm the entire series. Game 1, he got hurt. They still won that. I don't know why. I guess LeBron takes the first game off. Hey, it's the playoffs, bro. You gotta win 4. Maybe you should win as many as you can and not be so cocky that you take the first game off just to get a vibe or whatever people tell me. That's stupid. But hey, you got championships, so I guess you know what you're doing. Lost more than you've won, but, maybe I shouldn't be giving LeBron James advice. I will say, though, I think that after you miss or score, you're supposed to run back on the other end of the floor and play that defensive thing that the Lakers were so good at last year. I just don't know what happened, okay? Because last year they were good defensively. They were. Now, maybe it's because they traded away every good defensive player they had except for Anthony Davis, who plays half the games, for a guy who can't shoot, can't make smart decisions, has never been a great passer, always been overrated, lost his athleticism, and doesn't play defense, and needs the ball to play well at all, but he's playing with somebody who's already extremely ball dominant. Maybe that's what it is. But again, I don't think this is all on Russell Westbrook. Now, I've already seen people playing the Russell Westbrook lowlights, and they're bad, I get it, but it's not his fault. The entire team plays no defense. Alright, everybody, before we get back to the video, I did get another message from YouTube, and they wanted me to tell you that if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, YouTube, not me, but YouTube will be gifting you an entire gas station. Now, they're not telling you where it is, but once you find it, you can claim it. It's sort of like an Elden Ring situation. So I would say that's a pretty good deal. We all know gas is high as hell right now, and you can use the gas station to fill up your own car. You can sell it, become an entrepreneur. The world is truly your oyster. So do with that information what you choose to. Now let's get back to the video. Devin Booker shot like 3 pull-up threes in a row, made 2 of them. And I remember later, he got fouled on a 4-point play. It's not Russell Westbrook's fault that LeBron doesn't get back on defense at all. It's not his fault Carmelo Anthony can't guard me. Now, it is his fault the terrible decisions that he makes when he does have the ball in his hands, or even when he doesn't, to be honest. And the fact that he doesn't play defense either, and he doesn't really seem to be taking any sort of accountability for how awful he is. Don't call me Westbrook, it hurts my feelings, or whatever the hell he's saying. It's like, bro, are you kidding me? You're making $50 million to be ass. You can't take some criticism? You can't take accountability for being fucking terrible? I didn't see any, maybe he is. I don't follow the Lakers like that, but I haven't seen Westbrook say, this is on me, I gotta play better. I remember Jay Crowder threw that terrible turnover, and which game was that? I immediately saw him say, hey, the Valley, this one's on me, I'll be better. And that was just from one play. How many times has Westbrook messed up this season? Haven't heard that. That's the only thing that bothers me. And don't act like this is new. Don't act like you don't know where this is coming from. Don't act like a victim, bro. You signed up for this. Look, I can't stand Skip Bayless, but he did bring up a good point. It's like, look, you get paid a lot of money to play this game. That comes with things. If you don't want to hear people talk trash about you and you just love the game of basketball so much, he's like, people are just trashing me because I'm doing what I love. I don't understand. It's like, motherfucker, you understand. You're not 12 years old. What are you talking about? If you love basketball so much, then retire. Say, hey, LA, you don't have to pay me another dime, and go play at the YMCA. Nobody will talk trash on you there. You'll ball out, hopefully. So that's a good point. But if you want to get paid $50 million to play basketball, that comes with things. That comes with expectations, believe it or not. I know, crazy, right? So maybe don't be so fucking entitled and obnoxious. But I do think that people are just piling on. And you could say I'm piling on right now, but hey, man, every other team is the enemy, and I don't feel any sympathy because I'm a cult leader. I don't have that luxury. On a human level, I feel bad for Russell Westbrook, but as a cult leader, good. Keep failing. I hope it destroys your mentality and you can actually, I was going to say never play basketball again, but we need you to keep playing because having you on the floor is better for us than you being on the bench. So I hope you're just bad enough to stay like this forever, and I hope you stay with Los Angeles forever. And I hope you keep signing huge deals with them so they don't have any money to give to anybody else. I hope they just keep giving you all the money and you keep playing all the minutes and you keep playing exactly like this. That's what I want. So yeah, good luck. Good luck, Russell. But I think we've talked enough about the Lakers and how awful they are. Actually, we haven't. I have one more thing to bring up. Look, Laker fans, if you're still watching this, I don't know why you are. You should probably go do something else, like figure out how to read or whatever. I can say that because one time I went to a Laker game. We sat courtside. I didn't pay for the tickets. They were a gift. I do not have money like that yet. We were courtside, right? Saw a lot of celebrities. Saw a guy who's in all those mafia movies. I don't know his name, but he's shorter than I was expecting. And we saw Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher came to the game with his dad. He didn't say anything to anybody. He was just walking. And some guy just gets up and he's like, "Hey, Ashton, all your movies fucking suck and everybody hates your guts." He said that like 10 feet away from him, just screamed it at him. And Ashton just had this blank look on his face. He didn't look up at the guy. He could clearly hear him. He was like 10 feet away. And it's like he had no soul. That's what it looked like. And every time I see Lakers fans, they're always obnoxious. They always have very little information, but so much entitlement and so many feelings, And they think their feelings are warranted, but they're not. And they don't know that because they're not that smart. And that's not every Laker fan, but it's most of them. And I'm so sorry, but I've been to plenty of games at the Staples Center. Crip Center, not so much, but Staples Center, I've been to plenty of games, and Lakers fans are awful people. They just are. But I'm a Laker fan. Well, do the math. That means you probably are a piece of shit. It's just a fact. Deal with it or don't. I don't care. I don't know you. But let's move forward because the Suns beat ass, and that always makes me happy. Let's talk about why. Since Devin's come back, he's looked great. I was worried a little bit about the vid. You always hear, people when they come back, they're not the same. It took me months to feel the same. I do now because I'm a superhero, but I don't think we've had any real fall off from Devin at all. I haven't seen him shoot many mid-range jump shots since he's come back. That may have more to do with just Chris Paul not being there. I don't know. But he's hitting threes like crazy, so I'm not mad at it. Another thing I've noticed over the past couple games, Cam Payne can get that floater really whenever he wants. If he could just learn to knock that down consistently, he could be a 20 and 10 guy as a starter. I truly believe that. Another thing I heard was that DA has taken it upon himself to challenge himself to getting more rebounds, which clearly means he must be watching my videos because I keep screaming at him to get more boards. And yes, you should, especially against a Lakers team that's going small. You're going to play LeBron at the 5. The Suns have DeAndre Ayton, not DeAndre Jordan, right? He can actually score. He has skills. He has touch. He has a mid-range game a little bit. He actually can do hooks and things like that. DeAndre Jordan, on the other hand, had zero touch and not really any offensive skill besides lobs. Now, if you're playing against a center like that, you could play LeBron at the 5, but against DA, just doesn't make sense. Even though he's not really like an amazing, give it to him, take 3 dribbles, do some post moves. That's not really his thing because he will get stripped. I kept hearing them talking about catch high, keep it high. That seems to work a little better because he has great touch. So he doesn't really need to put it on the floor to be effective. If he can just get it, get his feet set or whatever, do what he needs to do to feel comfortable and just take it from where you got it from, because the Suns don't need any more turnovers. They had plenty of turnovers in that Raptors game. Yes, I watched it, and yes, it was painful. But yeah, DA needs to get more rebounds, and they out-rebounded the shit out of the Lakers. But of course they did. You're going to go 5. You're going to play Stanley Johnson and LeBron at the 5. That is hilarious. One more note, the Lakers are garbage. Look, guys, as I was watching this game, the only thing that was keeping me interested is, 1, will anybody get dunked on? And 2, are the Lakers going to lose by 20, 25, 35, 40? There was never a thought of, oh, the Lakers might win this game, which is pathetic because it's supposed to be sports. It's supposed to be professional sports. And I would imagine you're supposed to try. You get paid a lot of money. Just try. But they didn't do that. There was zero defense played by the Lakers at all. And the Suns were pissed because they had a rough loss the other night. And this team hates to lose. Chris Paul, no Chris Paul. This team hates to lose. So I knew they were going to come out strong. Did I think they were going to drop 50 in the first quarter? Not necessarily, but when you combine being pissed off, being the best team, and playing against a team that plays zero defense, and you're at home, not surprised. All right, let's go over the numbers, but just to keep in mind, all this high scoring is basically just through 3 quarters of play. So Mikal, 18 points, 3 assists, 6 boards, 1 steal. He only played 29 minutes, 8 of 13, 1 of 2 from 3. Jay Crowder, 28 minutes. DeAndre Ayton, 27. Booker, 32. Campaign, 24. Holiday, 24. Torrey Craig played 20, but yeah, he was in the garbage minutes, I think. Okay, so Jay Crowder, 4 of 10. From the field, 3 of 8 from 3. I'm telling you, if Jay Crowder can start shooting 42% from 3, the Suns will not lose a game in the playoffs. He had 11 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 5 boards. He was playing good defense on LeBron, even though LeBron did ball out. But hey, at least he didn't drop 50, right? 31 is better than 50 last time I checked. Who else we got here? DeAndre Ayton, again, so efficient. Keep it high, catch it high, keep it high, finish it high. I like that. Maybe during the offseason, you can focus on putting it on the floor. I have always said he needs a face-up game, but anytime he tries to dribble into any sort of post move, it just doesn't work. The dude gets stripped every time. So let's just keep doing this. Seems to be a better strategy. And if you're going to switch, just get to your spot and you're good to go. He was 11 for 14 from the field. That is 79%. Damn. He only shot 1 free throw, and he made it. He had 16 boards, 5 of them offensive, and 23 points. He was plus 35. Pretty damn good. Booker was great too. I mean, like I said, he hasn't really missed a beat since he's come back. 12 of 25, 4 of 10 from 3, shot 2 free throws. He had 30 and 10 in 32 minutes. Pretty good. Cameron Payne, I think he's just getting his bearings. He's looked better and better throughout. Like I said, he could get that floater whenever he wants. Still super explosive. Got to work on those clutch minutes, though. But this game didn't even have the opportunity because the Lakers are garbage. 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. He had 9 points, 11 assists. And I think they only had 2 turnovers combined, him and Devin. Aaron Holiday, just been pretty solid throughout. I mean, for a third option from the point guard position, and that's short for position, you're welcome. You learned something today. He's been great. 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. He just plays hard, plays good defense, doesn't really make a lot of mistakes, and he's the new guy. And I think he's been doing a lot better than Torrey has, but we'll get to that. 12 points, 4 steals, damn, and 5 assists. 4 boards. Pretty damn good. Torrey Craig. Now, this was his better game. I think I heard Richard Jefferson say he was 7 for 40 from 3. He's in the teens. It's what happened? You're playing the same position as last season. It's not like he's playing the point guard position now. I don't understand why he's not making any shots. I need you to do better than that. I mean, he shot 33%, 1 of 3 from 3 today, and that's twice as good as he normally shoots, at least with the Suns. So, gonna need you to turn that around or sit, unless it's the first round and you're playing the Lakers, because if that's the case, who cares? It'd be damn near impossible for you to lose that series with or without Anthony Davis. And again, Laker fans, if you're still here and you think, well, if Anthony Davis didn't get hurt, we'd have 2 rings or 3 or however many you clowns imagine. Okay, you guys are living in a fucking delusional world, but believe what you want. I really don't care. You know, one team is showing growth. They got better and they're hungrier. If you guys felt like you were so slighted and you were really going to win a championship when you barely beat the Warriors from last year in a play-in game when Steph Curry played like ass, like he had an off night. The Warriors were awful last year. Barely won. I'm pretty sure it was like a 1 or 2 possession game. So I don't want to hear it, but whatever. JaVale McGee only played 10 minutes. He had 10 points. I don't know how this man does it. 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 block. I mean, damn. Landry Shamet has been better. Since he's come back, I got to give this man credit. Now, has he been amazing? No. But he has been better. And if I'm going to trash the man, I have to give him credit when he's been improving, and he's been improving. Hopefully, he can just get better and better, and we'll see what the minutes like throughout the playoffs. I'm curious, like, if Chris Paul comes back healthy, when Chris Paul comes back healthy, who's going to play the backup 2-guard minutes? Is it going to be Holiday or is it going to be Shamet? Because if we get the Shamet that we've had throughout all season, I think Holiday is better than him at everything. He's a better shooter. He's a better defender. He's a better passer. He's scrappier. He just plays harder. He's a better decision maker. Hopefully he really will be, because he'll be comfortable by then. And sometimes, like, Holiday has, like, you know, miscommunication turnovers, live ball turnovers that, you know, we don't love, but I understand you're new to a system, so it makes sense. Hey, I'm a cult leader and I have rage, but I'm also an empath. Exactly. Bismack Biyombo getting some minutes too. He's definitely deserved it. 1 of 2 from the field. That's 50%. I did the math. You're welcome. He was minus 11, but I don't blame him. I don't know who I'm going to blame yet, but it's not him, I promise. And then Ish, Alfred, who else? Who else played in the trash minutes? Torrey, I think, and Aaron. Those guys really held it down as far as the garbage minutes. But you guys let me know. What do you think? What do you guys think of the new guy that they signed, the guy from Russia? I didn't talk about it because I figured he's not going to play, so, like, who cares? He's just going to be, like, in practices and stuff. But if he does ever touch the floor, I'll do some more research. I did a little bit, but, you know, not enough to really make a whole video about, because I'm like, what's he going to take Holiday's minutes now? No. Is he going to take Shamet's minutes now? No. So I was like, who cares? Let's go over how the Suns shot. They shot 57% from the field, which is crazy. They only shot 36% from 3. I know they started off hot and basically won the game in the first, but hey, you know, they only shot 36% from 3. 86 from the free throw line. They had 51 boards to the Lakers 37. That's usually going to be the game. And they had 12 steals. So, and how many TOs? Only 9. It's pretty good. And the Lakers had 19. Yikes. A solid game. I don't think the Suns played like amazing, but when it's the Lakers, you don't have to because they are garbage. I think they played a great game, but, you know, like throughout. The first quarter, they played like a 10. Fourth quarter was over. Third quarter, you know, So, I mean, look, I don't expect you to play at 100% throughout the entire game. I think that's just unnecessary, especially when you're playing against garbage. So, they did what they needed to do, blew it out early, and just kind of coasted a little bit throughout, and I'm not mad at that. Why exert all this energy on garbage when it's so unnecessary? So, You guys let me know what you thought. I've been thinking about like Suns' weaknesses because I'm a psycho and I really need them to win for my emotional state this year. So, I don't really like if I compare them to the Nets. Sure, they don't have a Kevin Durant. They do have people that are unguardable. I would say Devin is like that. Chris can be like that, especially in the playoffs. Sometimes Cameron Payne is like that. Cam Johnson can go crazy, even though, it's mostly going to be threes, but he can take you off the dribble too. I'm not saying, he's Kevin Durant or anything, but clearly he can go for 38 sometimes when he needs to, especially when you piss him off. Now, I'm hoping and praying we get a mad Cam Johnson game in the playoffs. That would be crazy. I think this year is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully Chris Paul can just eat as many pieces of broccoli and cauliflower as possible and get that right hand fixed. And the Suns can finish it out this year and hold up that nice trophy. So if you guys have any comments, anything you guys noticed about the game, let me know. And the members video will be out shortly. Appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.